Welcome viewers, please like, comment and subscribe. The article had been written in response to the couple's latest Netflix document series Harry and Meghan, in which they have been pretty quintessential of the voracious UK tabloid press. The article had been written in response to the couple's current Netflix document series. Prince Harry and spouse Meghan on Saturday accused the Sun of a PR stunt after the British tabloid apologized and stated it regretted publishing a much criticized column about the couple. The piece, in which former Top Gear host Jeremy Clarkson stated he hated Meghan, sparked a huge backlash and grew to be the UK Independent Press Standards Organisation's most complained about article. In it, Clarkson stated he dreamed of the day when Meghan is made to parade bare via the streets of each and every city in Britain whilst the crowds chant shame and throw lumps of excrement at her. Complaints and many high-profile figures criticized the comments, inclusive of creator Philip Pullman and London Mayor Sadiq Khan. The Sun, which eliminated the December 16 article from its internet site 3 days later at the request of Clarkson, stated in its Friday apology that it would additionally now be eliminated from its archives. "We are genuinely sorry," the tabloid stated in an assertion on its website. Columnists' opinions are their own, however, as a publisher, we realize that with free expression comes responsibility. But in a biting response, a spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, as they are formally recognized, criticized it for failing to contact Meghan to apologize directly. The truth that the Sun has no longer contacted the Duchess of Sussex to apologize indicates their intent. "This is nothing extra than a PR stunt," the spokesperson said. "While the public really deserves the publication's regrets for their risky comments, we would not be in this state of affairs if the Sun did no longer proceed to income off of and take advantage of hate, violence and misogyny. An actual apology would be a shift in their insurance and moral requirements for all. Unfortunately, we are no longer preserving our breath." The article had been written in response to the couple's latest Netflix document series Harry and Meghan, in which they had been tremendously essential of the voracious UK tabloid press. In his personal response in the past this week, Clarkson stated on Twitter he made a clumsy reference to a scene in Game of Thrones, and this has long gone down badly with a amazing many people. He added, "I'm horrified to have brought about so plenty damage and I shall be greater cautious in future." In one of the most well-known scenes in Game of Thrones, a female personality makes a walk of shame the place she is compelled to stroll down, the streets bare as human beings throw garbage at her. Meghan are on a hazardous route. It's King Charles's job to restore this rift. An invitation to King Charles's coronation subsequent 12 months would be a necessary step in the proper direction. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, arrive at the city corridor for the duration of the Invictus Games Dusseldorf 2023 one-year-to-go events on September 6, 2022 in Dusseldorf, Germany. The two now have to locate a way of present publicly and, extra importantly, privately, that binds them collectively and offers them a frequent reason. When Harry and Meghan sit down quietly in their California redoubt over the subsequent few days, sipping on a jojoba juice, what will they assume of their 2022? Will they reflect on consideration on it a success? I suspect that they may now not utterly agree. While each will be thrilled to have aired their narrative and banked the Netflix millions, my suspicion is that each will experience greater equivocal than M about what 2023 and past holds for him. For sure, Harry had extra to lose when the cameras commenced rolling on their eponymous docuseries, Harry and Meghan, and, after 6 hours of a cautiously manicured confessional, there was once no clear experience of how he would possibly regain that which he put at danger: family, status, and public approval, for example. To borrow the argot of the show, the viewer goes on a journey with the star-crossed former royals, from the artlessly recriminatory to the hopelessly romantic, and they depart us with a very clear message. Love will triumph over all. In Harry's case, I'm no longer positive that will be sufficient as he starts to negotiate the problematic constitutional, familial and geographical troubles that the relaxation of his existence will present. But for the moment, he appears pleased to replicate Meghan's belief in their alliance returned at he. The epic ever concludes with Meghan reprising a speech she made on their wedding ceremony night. She talks, partly in rhyming couplets, of our love story that will ultimate forever and the remarkable assurance that now existence begins and the eternal understanding that above all love wins. Fine sentiments and heartfelt, for sure. However, I can't be alone after what it handed earlier than it in thinking. Really? Are you truly sure? I don't desire to show up cynical, but as the docuseries ends to the soundtrack of Nancy Wilson's How Glad I Am, my love has no beginning, my love has no end, in opposition to the backdrop of non-public unrehearsed snapshots on a abandoned seashore here, on a ski slope there. It was once difficult to keep away from questioning the place precisely. Do Harry and Meghan go from here now, not as a multimedia phenomenon, however, as a couple and a family? Yes, they've been handsomely rewarded for their televised testimony, which, anything one thinks of the substance, is huge and powerful, with the possible to inspire reform and even trade history. But what do they do for an encore? They have the relaxation of their lives to live, and as soon as Harry's memoir is dispatched into the world in the subsequent few weeks, full of insight, revelation, self-examination, and hard-won wisdom, in the publisher's words, that unique seam without a doubt can't be mined any longer. While the couple will nevertheless be in demand for public appearances and the like, they will have to discover a way of current publicly and, greater importantly, privately, that binds them collectively and offers them a frequent purpose. Rishi Sunak wishes to focal point on resolving industrial strife, or his celebration will be frozen out. Rishi Sunak wants to focal point on resolving industrial strife, or his birthday celebration will be frozen out. In surroundings the place they excite sturdy and contradictory opinions, and towards a history of fractured relationships that is no convenient task, especially as the tough wiring of their lifestyles trip. He is a royal, she is a Hollywood actress, would possibly dictate that their future ambitions are no longer one and the same. As each phase of their documentary unfolded, I grew to be increasingly more involved for Harry. Scarred with the aid of his mother's death, he conveys a fragile psyche, and, with each revelation, you may want to nearly wince as some other predominant wedge used to be being pushed between him and his family. The strain that this will put on his future life, as a father, as a husband, as a brother, as a son.